Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Cincinnati Bengals. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On 2nd and 12, Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
Bengals.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Carr right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He was brought down.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Darren Waller.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw his car. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
If it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give the defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball carrier.
The numbers for Mixon last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Bengals 14, Raiders 3.
On first down, Carr trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it up and through. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On third down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
brings up second and 10.
Now Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through.
And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. It's Mixon on the counter.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of the...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Touchdown, Bengals.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And Round is on here in this first half.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mixon with it. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Third down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Burrow looking to pass. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 9-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Raiders 3. Austin Seibert set to
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the 1 o'clock games, the one that catches the eye happens in Big D at AT&T Stadium, a tough test for the Cowboys, as they'll have to do battle with the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Cleveland Browns. And finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden, and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense? Right?
Yeah,
if you
key in
know,
on him.
right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A toss left, Mixon. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And this offense continues to pour it on. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be out right at the 35. 11 yards there, first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The 40-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard. Line.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he's got his man on the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Maurice Hurst able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
Shotgun now for Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A gain of
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Taking on the midfield logo. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So out come the Raiders.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, it's Mixon. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
It's David Arnett picking it off.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on second down. Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Third down.
I got you. Mike's 50. Hey, what's the ball?
Operating from the gun. Carr. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A 3-yard pickup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
44, Mike, 44. Mike, 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
21 more yards. That's another bang.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now Burrow, and this is going to be caught, so add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't. Because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.